अविरलमदजलनिवहम् भ्रमरकुलानीकसेवितकपोलम् अभिमतफलदातारम् कामेशं गणपतिं वन्दे। सरस्वती नमस्तुभ्यं वरदे कामरूपिणि विद्यारम्भं करिष्यामि सिद्धिर्भवतु मे सदा। सदाशिवसमारम्भां शङ्कराचार्यमध्यमाम् अस्मदाचार्यपर्यन्तां वन्दे गुरुपरम्पराम्। श्रुतिस्मृतिपुराणानाम् आलयं करुणालयं नमामि भगवत्पादं शङ्करं लोकशङ्करम्। शङ्करं शङ्कराचार्यं केशवं बादरायणं सूत्रभाष्यकृतौ वन्दे भगवन्तौ पुनः पुनः। ईश्वरो गुरुरात्मेति मूर्तिभेदविभागिने व्योमवद्व्याप्तदेहाय दक्षिणामूर्तये नमः। वसुदेवसुतं देवं कंसचाणूरमर्दनं देवकी परमानन्दं कृष्णं वन्दे जगद्गुरुम्। Chapter 16, Shloka 11. चिन्तामपरिमेयाञ्च प्रलयान्तामुपाश्रिताः कामोपभोगपरमाः एतावदिति निश्चिताः। Bhagavan is continuing the description of Asuras. What is the nature of Asuras? Chintam aparimeyam pralayantam upashritaha. Chinta, worry. Worry is an expression of insecurity. When we think of the uncertainties of life, the uncertainties of future, there are worries. One cannot escape from the uncertainties. Therefore, there are worries also. The only way to be free from worries is to cultivate dependence on Ishvara. Take refuge at Ishvara. But unfortunately, the asura does not have devotion to Ishvara. He cannot think of Ishvara. Therefore, he cannot be free from worries also. Therefore, chintam, he has chinta. And the chinta is aparimeya, not measurable. You can measure something if it has a limit. His chinta doesn't have a limit. Therefore, one cannot measure the extent of his chinta. What will happen to me in future? What will happen to my house in future? What will happen to my son in future? What will happen to my grandson? This person has accumulated a lot of money and he thinks it is enough for him and his son. It is not enough for his grandson. What will my grandson do? I have only 50 crores of rupees. It may not be enough for my grandson. That is his worry. And if he has accumulated enough for his grandson, what will my great grandson do? Like that, his worry doesn't have an end. It ends only with the pralaya. Pralayantam. Upashritaha. They hold on to this kind of worry. If you try to ask him to give up worries, he is not ready to give them up. Upashrita. He holds on to the chinta. He holds on to the worries. Kamopabhoga paramaha. There are 4 purusharthas: Dharma, artha, kama, and moksha. Among the 4 purusharthas, the asuras will have only 2 purusharthas: artha and kama. They cannot have dharma and moksha. Because to have dharma and moksha, one should have shraddha in the Shastra. There are 2 kinds of facts: drishta and shruta. Drishta means what is visible, what is available to our senses. Then there is something called shruta. It is not visible. It is not available to our senses. Then how to know it? It is known by means of Shastra Pramana, Shruti Pramana. It is called Shruta. Dharma and Moksha fall under the domain of Shruta. They are not Drishta. But unfortunately, an asura can accept only Drishta. He accepts what he can perceive with his senses. He doesn't think of the possibility of something that is beyond our senses. Therefore, kamopabhoga paramaha, their greatest purushartha is kama. Kama upabhoga, enjoyment of material pleasure. That is their parama purushartha. That is their only goal of life. And to enjoy kama, they will accept artha also. Wealth, money also is needed. Therefore, only artha and kama. Their life is limited to pursuing only two purusharthas. Why is it so? Etavaditi nishchitaha. Etavat, this much only. This much means drishta. Only the visible things, only the things that are perceived by means of senses alone exist. That means the Shruta does not exist. There is no other Janma. There is no Punya and Papa. There is no Ishvara. They are all Shruta. He doesn't accept them. Etavat iti nishchitaha. Nishchitaha. They are very certain. They are very sure that only drishta exists. Only material world exists. There is nothing else. Therefore, there is nothing else in life that needs to be pursued other than material enjoyment. They are sure about it. Therefore, one cannot try to argue with them. They are not ready to change their way of thinking. Ashapashashatairbaddhaha kamakrodhaparayanaha ihante kamabhogartham anyayenartha sanchayan. Further description of asuras. Asha pasha shatair baddhaha. They are baddhaha. They are tied down, bound. Bound means they do not have freedom. They are not free from samsara. And there is no possibility, not even a remote possibility of being free from samsara. What binds them? What is the rope that binds them? Asha pasha. The rope of hope. Hope. Desire. Unfulfilled desires. They are the ropes. And it is not just one. Asha pasha shata. Hundreds of them. They are tied down to samsara by hundreds of desires. Their minds are full of desires. And when there are desires, one keeps running after the desires. There are struggles after struggles to fulfill the desires. And the struggle never comes to an end. When some desires are fulfilled, there are some more desires. They keep the person running after them. Therefore, the asuras keep themselves busy in a series of struggles, series of never-ending struggles to fulfill their desires. Asha pasha shatair baddhaha. Kama krodha parayanaha. They are committed to kama and krodha. They are committed to kama. Kama parayanaha. They are committed to fulfilling their desires. And when there are desires, there is krodha also. There is hatred. In this context, krodha should be translated as hatred. It is not just anger. Anger may come and go. It is just a temporary impulse. But what is responsible for anger? It is hatred. it remains buried in the mind. And it can keep producing anger once in a while. Krodhaparayana. They are committed to hatred. They hate some people. And because of the hatred, they work in the direction of fighting the other people. They are busy fighting their enemies, fighting the people that they hate. Therefore, krodhaparayana, kamakrodhaparayana. The life is spent in dealing with the kama and krodha. Ihante kamabhogartham anyayena artha sanchayan. To enjoy the material pleasure, they need wealth, they need artha. That is how kama purushartha brings in artha purushartha. Kama bhogartham, to enjoy the material pleasure, they need artha. Artha sanchayan ihante. They make effort to accumulate money, to accumulate wealth. Wealth can serve many purposes. Even for dharma, one should have wealth. If I have to perform a ritual, a yaga, I need wealth. Because yaga involves expenses. Therefore, wealth can be used for dharma also. If I have to give dana, even then wealth is useful. But these people are not interested in making use of their wealth for dharma. Instead, their interest in wealth is limited to material enjoyment. Kama bhogartham artha sanchayan ihante. They want wealth so that they can enjoy, not for giving it to others, not for dharma. And sometimes they cannot earn through legitimate means. Then they take to illegitimate means. Anyayena, through illegitimate means. Anyaya, by cheating others, by stealing, and so on. Shloka 13. Idamadhyamaya labdham imam prapsye manoratham idamastidamapi me bhavishyati punardhanam. From this shloka onwards, Bhagavan is telling us how an asura speaks. Some sample statements of an asura. What kind of words an asura utters. Our words are generally reflections of our thoughts. Therefore, from this we can understand what an asura thinks. He has the thoughts of artha and kama. Therefore, his words also will reflect only two purusharthas, artha and kama. Krishna first talks about kama. Idamadhyamaya labdham imam prapsye manoratham. Idam adyamaya labdham. Today I accomplished this. He is talking about fulfillment of his desires. Today I fulfilled this desire of mine. But all desires are not over. There are so many other desires. Some are already there and some are born every moment. Imam prapsye manoratham. Imam manoratham. This manoratha, this desire, prapsye, I will accomplish in future. He keeps calculating his desires. What desires I have accomplished and what desires I have to accomplish. His mind is engaged in counting his desires. And for fulfilling his desires, he keeps counting his money also. How much money he already has and how much he needs to accumulate. Idamastidamapi me bhavishyati punardhanam. Me idam dhanam asti. I have this much money, but that is not enough because my desires are many and my worries are many. He thinks of money for two reasons. One, to fulfill his desires, to go for a holiday, to buy a new car, to build new houses, etc. And number two, to get a better sense of security. When we have money, we feel a sense of security. I don't know whether money really provides security, but it adds to a sense of security. That is what many people think. But unfortunately, most often, money adds to the worries of a person. Arjane dukkham, rakshane dukkham, vyaye dukkham. The wealth comes with the problems. Earning the wealth involves a problem. After earning the wealth, rakshane dukkham, how to protect the wealth, that is another problem. What will happen to the money that I have? Someone may steal it, etc. Rakshane dukkham and vyaye dukkham. When there is a vyaya, when we spend money, there is problem. Spending money is also painful. I paid too much money. I shouldn't have paid so much, etc. Therefore, most often, wealth doesn't give happiness. More wealth doesn't mean more happiness. Me idam dhanam asti. I have so much money, but that is not enough. Idam api me bhavishyati. I will have this much money in future. Now I have 50 crore rupees, but I need 100 crore rupees. And he has a target. When he will have 100 crore rupees, after 2 years, 3 years, or 5 years, I should have 100 crore rupees. That is how he keeps thinking. So this shloka was about kama and artha. And asura keeps thinking and speaking about only two purusharthas, kama and artha. You can ask an asura what is his goal, what he is up to. what he is trying to do, then he will speak about his goals, kama and artha. There will not be any idea of dharma and moksha. He will not say, I want to do good to the world, I want to do some charity, I want to go for tirtha yatra, pilgrimage, I want to study Bhagavadgita. He will not say, because it is not there in his list of priorities. Shloka 14. Asau maya hatah shatruhu hanishye chaparanapi ishwarohamaham bhogi siddhoham balavan sukhi. Now, Krishna is explaining his words that deal with the krodha. He has thoughts of krodha, thoughts of hatred. He hates some people, and because of the hatred, he is in constant fight with his enemies. And he keeps counting his enemies also. How many enemies he has already conquered, and how many enemies are still not conquered. Asau shatruhu maya hataha. Asau shatruhu. That particular shatru, a given enemy, maya hataha. I have destroyed him. I had a sense of revenge. I had a grudge against a particular person, and I was waiting to take revenge, and I took revenge. But there are other enemies, some more shatrus. I haven't yet taken revenge, but I will do it in due course of time. Aparan api hanishye. Even the other enemies, hanishye, I will hurt them. I will snub them when I find a suitable occasion. This is a thought dealing with krodha. Now he has thoughts dealing with abhiman. conceit, a sense of false superiority. Aham Ishwaraha. I am Ishwaraha. I am the Lord. There is no other Ishwara. I am the Ishwara. I am the boss. Everyone should listen to me. Aham Bhogi. I enjoy life. I know how to enjoy life. The other people don't know how to enjoy their life. If you are listening to Bhagavadgita, you are wasting your time. I don't waste my time listening to Bhagavad-Gita. Instead, I enjoy. I enjoy my time watching TV serial, watching movies, and so on. Aham bhogi. I know how to enjoy, and I am really enjoying. Aham siddhaha. I am an accomplished person. I have accomplished so much in life. I have so many university degrees, so many qualifications, and I am successful in my career, and so on. Balavan, I am very powerful. Sukhi, I am happy. आढ्योऽभिजनवानस्मि कोऽन्योऽस्ति सदृशो मया यक्ष्ये दास्यामि मोदिष्ये इत्यज्ञानविमोहिताः. The thought of abhimana, thought of pride, thought of false superiority continues. Aham adhyaha. I am very rich. And he is proud of his wealth. I am a wealthy person. And a wealthy person cannot generally have friendship with a poorer person. Because if a poor person comes to him, he thinks this person is expecting my money. That is why he cannot generally have friendship with a poorer person. He can socialize with another person who is equally wealthy, belonging to his financial status. Adhyaha. Abhijanavan asmi. And he has pride of being high-born. Aham abhijanavan asmi. I am high-born. He is proud of his noble family. I belong to a noble family. Konyosti sadrisho maya. Who else is equal to me? Nobody is equal to me. I am very superior. That is how he speaks and thinks also. He has a sense of superiority. Atimana or atimanita or abhimana. And because of the sense of superiority, he does not respect others. He looks down upon others. He is not humble. He is not polite. The next line is about dambha. He keeps boasting about his good qualities and about his good deeds. His dharma. I am a very dharmika person. I do so many good things. Yakshye. I will do yaga. I will do many rituals. And he names some big ritual. Somayaga. I will do this ritual, I'll do that ritual. He has not done yet. He just says, I will do. That is why it is in future tense. Yakshye. Not yaje. Not present tense. Not even past tense. There is no guarantee that he will do it. He just says. This is about an asura who wants to show himself as a very pious person. The asuras of the present day may not speak such words also, because the present day asuras are secular. This is not a secular asura. This is an asura who wants to show himself as very religious. Yakshye. I will do this yaga. I will do this ritual. Dasyami. I will do dana. Again, just words. He has not yet given. I will give. And nobody will give as much as I do. He keeps giving words. And most often they won't be fulfilled also. Modishye, I will enjoy. Iti, this much is a sample words, sample utterances of an asura. And all his words reflect the nature of asura. He has only two purusharthas, artha and kama. And he has hatred. His mind is full of hatred. And therefore he keeps fighting the other people. And he has abhimana. He has a false sense of superiority. And he tries to show himself as a good person. Dambha. These are the qualities, the asuri tendencies that are reflected in these sample statements of an asura. Iti. That is how an asura speaks. Why does he speak so? Because he thinks so. Why does he think so? Because of ignorance. Ajnana vimohitaha. Because he is deluded by ajnana. Ajnanena vimohitaha. The asuras are deluded by ignorance. Om Purnamadah Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnameva Vashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shantihi. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om.